Hello and welcome to WDW UK Newscast, the pod. Yes, welcome to another podcast episode of season 2 here at WDW UK Newscast, the pod. My name is Danny, and joining me this time round is Andy.
Hello.
Chelsea.
Hi.
And Lewis.
Howdies.
Howdy. So we're a week behind schedule on recording because everyone was ill and various other things. But we are talking today about some of our favourite old attractions, with Splash Mountain closing in the Magic Kingdom over the last weekend. We've decided that we're gonna reminisce a little bit, aren't we, guys? And have a little chat about some old attractions. So strap yourselves in for a glorious 3-hour finale. Because it's definitely going to be that long. No, before we do get started, if you do enjoy the nonsense of our chats, if you could hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, maybe even hit the subscribe button. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Just to help us out would be fantastic. But yeah, we're gonna get started. Obviously, Splash Mountain closing over the last weekend to be transformed into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We all know the reasons why Splash Mountain is being closed. We're not going to get into that. But I thought before we get started on reminiscing on old attractions, are we looking forward to the new Bayou Adventure?
Yeah, I like the idea of something new and fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea doesn't seem that sure.
No, I probably will be more excited when it all comes together and I see it. But I just love Splash Mountain, so
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I put something on my Facebook. It was Splash Mountain is a really special ride for us as a family. So it will be missed, particularly the song or the songs. So it will definitely be missed. But I think I am looking forward to something slightly different there. And actually, as we were going through the list of attractions that I've got, I fondly remember. I do miss a few of them, but not hugely, if that's interesting enough. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who wants to get the ball rolling? Let's talk about some of our favourite old attractions that. Who are you pointing at? Oh, you want to go first, Joe?
I want to go first.
Go on then.
Just in case someone nicks mine.
Andy's going to be fuming now, look.
I know. Google's got all the answers. Come on.
Go on then.
No, my most missed ride is the Great Movie Ride.
Oh, what a where is he?
Oh,
Hello.
Oh.
What a coincidence that is.
Yeah, I loved that ride. And I do like what's taken it over. Like, I love Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway.
I will say this though, with Runaway Railway, I wish we had the California version.
I've not seen it yet.
No,
my god.
What's the difference, Dan?
The ride's completely the same in terms of what you're looking at, etc., etc. However, the queue and the whole premise of the attraction is completely different. So with the California version, you're already in Toontown. So you're already a part of the cartoon world. So Minnie Mouse has put together an exhibit of everything Mickey has ever done from the beginning to now. The queue is full of real life props from what we've seen Mickey do from Steamboat Willie all the way through to the new Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen some photos of that.
Honestly, it just looks phenomenal, and it makes more sense where it is.
Mm.
Now, if there was a Toon area, so for example, if Toontown was still in Magic Kingdom, I would fully expect Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway to be there, not at Hollywood Studios. But anyway, I obviously went on a massive tangent again. But the California version, just they've got the things right in California that they got wrong in Florida, is what I'm saying. That's what my take from it.
Okay.
Anyway, great movie, pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was a great. I loved that. Everything. I loved it all. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I know, I really did. Like those scenes when the driver used to like come off and then he'd end up at the top of the pyramid. Yeah, I loved it.
Gangster or cowboy? What was your favourite?
Or gangster.
Gangster. It's because it's the one we saw the most, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's some fabulous bits in there. I mean, I forgot how long it was when I was kind of like watching some of the footage back, and it's a really long attraction, a bit like a couple of the other ones that we're going to probably touch on later.
Yeah.
It's a really long attraction. The aliens bit, I just remember as being younger and sort of looking up.
I hated that.
Or looking to the side, and there's just like this alien coming out to the side. The way that it was done is phenomenal, but all the way you had the animatronics and the actors together was just brilliant. And I can understand why people really love it.
I still get pretty emotional thinking about the Wizard of Oz scene.
Yeah.
It's to this day still one of my most favorite scenes from any attraction I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Like the interaction with the witch, and then moving into the Emerald City outside with Dorothy and Tin Man, Scarecrow, and like just out of this world. And if you had the right cast member whose timing was spot on, it was the best interaction with the Munchkins and the witch.
Yeah.
And that animatronic used to scare the pants off of me as a kid. The red smoke, her appearing.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. And now we've got screens.
Which, I mean, I was saying to Catherine earlier, the reason that it's no longer there is purely because of the cast members that they needed to continue to train up. That's what I purely believe. It was so cast member driven, so actor driven.
Yeah, you couldn't turn that into Living with the Land and take the host away.
No,
because a lot of people don't even remember that when Living with the Land was Listen to the Land, you used to have
a
host at the back, chatting through what's going on in the greenhouses. Then Disney realized, it's actually cheaper for us to bin off that cast member and just use a pre-recorded spiel.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great movie ride was I loved it.
Yeah, and it was an opening day MGM attraction as well. So and actually I was at Disney World. I think we were actually in Hollywood Studios on its last day, and we didn't get to go on it because the queues were just stupid.
Madness.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't help that something else closed the same day in Epcot as well.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. We'll move on to that one later as well, I'd imagine.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But great movie ride. Very, very strong start for some of the best attractions that we miss incredibly. Andy?
I want to go proper left field here. This is what I've talked to you guys about in the past. But in Frontierland, was it? I'm trying to think now. Trying to find the name of the attraction. So it's essentially, there it is, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes.
Okay.
So you've got the river where you've got the big polo ship that goes round, and you used to be able to get in canoes, about 5 or 6 people to canoe, and you used to do like a little adventure around the rivers of America, and that was great. I remember doing that on my first trip, and then obviously they started to realise there's water and there's alligators, and alligators live in the water, and even though I think that river of America is only about yay deep, and it's not actually that deep.
No.
Yeah, that was great doing that at first, and the great thing was you could either finish back at the main dock, and I think you had to finish at the main dock, but then you could go straight onto Tom Sawyer's Island afterwards, which was fantastic. So, but that to me was a little bit of a left field attraction. It wasn't a dark ride, it wasn't a fast ride, and then I remember watching Jurassic World. You watch the opening scenes in Jurassic World. There is a little bit of a riverboat canoe thing you can do past the Diplodocus or something else. I thought, we know where they got that idea from, and it's such a great little thing to do.
It closed in 1994 at the Magic Kingdom. It is still operating to this day in Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland, and Shanghai Disneyland. It also closed in 94 in Paris as well.
Did not know they had it in Paris.
No, neither did I until thank you, Wikipedia.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
but I'd never had a chance. We never had a chance to do that. Probably too young, and I imagine Mum and Dad didn't want to do it because they were mean like that.
Yeah, but even you can say that to your mother right now, mate.
Yeah, I know. She's a scaredy cat. She won't come on camera, so it's fine. Mute that mic, Chell. Mute that.
Yeah, just remember this is a family show.
So we can edit it.
Yeah. That is not one I expected at all.
No, not even slightly.
The canoes. Yeah, no.
I must admit, I don't even think I even remember it. So
I ain't got a clue what it is.
no.
Was you even born in 94, Charles?
In when?
94?
No.
No.
I was 20 by then.
I was 13 in 94. I don't look a day over 40.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow. Okay, canoes then.
There we go. Davy Crockett Explorer Canoe.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They're like proper massive things.
Yeah, and you had to do the hard work yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was weird because it was very much like you were doing the path lane, and it was like they're expecting you to almost travel, like you put it up and you go, way, paddle, way, paddle. And it's great fun. You're an 8-year-old kid. It was fantastic.
So yeah, look.
Looks far too much like hard work to me.
I'm here to relax on this adventure, not to work.
Yeah. Back in the days when it took 15 hours to get to Orlando as well.
Yeah. That's on push bike.
Yeah.
Wow. So with my first one, you'd think I'm going to go with what's behind me, but I'm not. So, back in the day, there used to be a land called Mickey's Birthday Land or Mickey's Star Land. And in that land was Mickey's Magical TV World, which was a show where you had the host CJ, and it was based around the Disney afternoon cartoons. So Gummy Bears, DuckTales, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, all that fun stuff. As a kid going to watch this show, this was mind-blowing that all the Disney afternoon characters were there. You had the DJ as well, which was the computer-controlled DJ. And we were trying to find Mickey Mouse because he was the star of the show, but we couldn't find Mickey Mouse. And every time CJ went to find Mickey Mouse, Mickey went that way and she went this way. And then Mickey would come out and he danced the towel spin, and we all got up and we all did some dancing. It was amazing. Anyone that ever did it will remember just how cool that was. And it was cool. And I don't care.
We've got you on video, Mum
You have
says.
doing the tailspin. It's so good. Remember doing that? It's a plane. That was amazing. So yeah, Mickey's Magical TV World is what I'm going with. Again, another bit of a left field one, but yeah, you had Gummy Bears, DuckTales, Chip and Tail Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, Goof Troop, Bonkers. For those of you playing the home game, Bonkers. Yeah, check that one off your Disney obscure bingo list. He was a bobcat who was a policeman, and I'm not making that up. He was a policeman
Wow.
yeah, he was good. He was good. And then Roger Rabbit was also there as well. That was fun.
Good old Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
So what years were that? Was that
Magical TV? Hold on. This is why I've got my tabs up, because as much as I do remember, there's not a lot that I do. So it ran from May 1990 all the way up until March 1996, when Starland closed to be rethemed to Mickey's Toontown Fair.
right?
So hold on.
And that was Disney World, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I do not remember that at all.
Do you not? Hold on.
No.
Boom. Andrew, share my screen, please.
Okay.
There we go. So you had, there they were.
Oh, I do remember this. I've got pictures of this.
You had that. And I think, yeah, it just goes on to Gummy Bear stuff. But yeah. So you had that. DJ, she's the host. She used to do some rapping as well. It was always nice to see a white lady do rapping in the early 90s. So yeah, that was that.
Nice.
That was Mickey's Magical TV World. That was awesome. That was amazing. I miss it very much.
I did not see that one coming at all either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not much more I can say about that one, apart from I just thought it was really cool as a kid.
No, indeed. Well, it's clearly a great memory for you. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If I can digitalize the footage, I would stick it on the newscast of. Because back in the day, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but back in the early 90s, when you used to have to carry around a camcorder the size of a plane. Yeah, one of them ones. Did you, if you went to watch a show or anything like that, would you record the whole show? Or would you do what my parents did, and that's record 5 minutes, have a break and put the camera down, record another 5-minute block, stop recording, put the camera down. I've got the full show over about 5 tapes and about 6 years.
Yeah.
I just have to piece it all together and edit it down. I've got the full show somewhere.
First time we recorded on holiday as kids, my dad said to me, "Do you want to hold the camera?" I sat there and I could just feel the massive weight of it. And I was like, Christ, wow. So I can understand your dad sitting there, like, it's been 5 minutes, Joanne. Yeah, put it down. It's all right, go on. Have a break. Do you want to go? Go on, I'll have a go for 5 minutes. Oh, it's been 5 minutes. Go put it down.
Yeah.
Too much.
So yeah, I can piece it all together just over the span of 6 years. So you'll see all of a sudden it'll be Goof Troop, and then Darkwing Duck will appear where Goof Troop were. And then the Gummy Bears will come out of nowhere until Bonkers decides to squirt them with a flower that squirts water. Just crazy times.
I do remember that now. Yeah.
There we go. See? Old school.
Old school indeed.
Lewis, get us away from Starland. What are we talking about?
Well, I am going to not be so left field because, I've only got 2 to talk about, and I want to go straight in there with another MGM Studios opening attraction. I'm sorry, Chelsea, but it is the Studio Backlot Tour. I have to talk about this because it is the thing that I miss the most. Out of all the attractions that I have left Disney World that I can remember, this is the attraction that I miss the most. Once again, another phenomenally long attraction. I think it probably took about 30 to 40 minutes to get round, if not probably longer in some instances if you wanted to hang around in the prop section, for example. So it was an open day attraction at MGM Studios. First of all, you went into an area where they demonstrated a kind of Pearl Harbor scenario, and it was called Harbor Attack, and they would get unsuspecting people to come out from the audience and basically be doused in, I don't know, about 40,000 gallons of water or something like that. They were put in this kind of booth where they were had to pretend to be a ship's captain, and the guy shouted action. He picked up the phone and started talking, and all of a sudden they just got drenched with like loads of water. And then they demonstrated sort of how they shot sort of like missiles and bombs hitting water and all that kind of stuff, and then showed the footage at the end of that section on the screen. So it was like a demonstration of how they created movies, and then you would move on to a massive prop section, which I think had things from Indiana Jones, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, lots of different, sort of 80s and 90s sort of movies. And then you would get to the tram tour section. And if I remember correctly, you would go past the water tower, the Eiffel Tower, I think it was called. So the water tower, you go past Walt Disney's plane on occasion. So we had it there for, you'd go through, if I remember correctly, you actually went through and you could see where they were made. I might be confusing this with Disneyland Paris, but there was, I think you went through a section where you could see them making the costumes.
Yes, you could.
Yep. And then, and then you went to, where did we go, Chelsea? We went to Catastrophe Canyon.
Yes.
All together now.
And so Catastrophe Canyon was just this phenomenal piece of engineering, really, where they just showed this scene of catastrophe, quite frankly. So you had oil tankers crashing and blowing up. You had water gushing everywhere. You had fire. I don't know what else could you say. You had the trams were rocking and moving about, and you're getting soaked from the splash. Just like it was phenomenal. And as a younger kid, I can remember that just so vividly and thinking, this is just one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. And then after that, you kind of go to the exit area, see some more props, some more costumes. We have pictures of Evie standing in front of Darth Maul costumes and all those kind of stuff. So sadly it closed in 2014, and it's the one that I would miss the most, and if I could have it back, I would. However, Galaxy's Edge is there.
Yeah.
So,
do you remember as well? Do you remember when Residential Street was there with all the houses? You had like the Golden Girls house.
Oh, the Golden Girls, yes.
And all that, and then they used to do that street up for the Osborne Lights.
Right.
Before the Osborne Lights got massive, that's where it all was, down Residential Street, and you
Was
used to be able to, go on.
Is that where they had the Singing in the Rain brolly and you could stand under it?
No,
That's-
that
That's
street, that
Streets
was
of
Streets of America.
yeah.
So Residential Street was all the prop houses from like the ABC shows. So Golden Girls, Alice in Wonderland kids show was there. I think
Ivy
House
Shore
from the
was
Birds was there.
yeah, there was, Ernest Saves Christmas. Oh God, there was loads. There was loads. There was about a dozen, I think.
Yeah.
And then when the Osborne Lights came along, that's where it all was. So Residential Street was all done up as you know, the Osborne Lights have been put up, all the houses and the street lights and all that. And then when it finally got big enough, and that's when they moved it to the Streets of America, and obviously Residential Street closed for what did it close for?
Yeah, we didn't they?
They got rid of it for some reason, and I can't remember why.
Yeah, it just stopped. They just stopped going
Was
through.
it Star Tours, was it?
No. What was it for? Oh.
Only you could ask a website that question.
Yep, I'll have to find out because it's going to really bug me. Gonna really bug me. Quick, click on websites and find out. Why did it close? This is good radio, isn't it? This.
I'm not even ready to. I'm just gonna leave it in. Folks, if you want Danny to find the answer soon, please donate your money to. No.
It was for Toy Story.
No, it wasn't. It was for Lights, Motors, Action.
Yes.
Oh wow!
So,
yeah.
for a very good cause.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the better rides that come out of France.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it, to be honest, but there you go. But yeah, I preferred the houses to be there, to be fair.
I want to add something to the backlot tour thing.
Of course you can. Add what you want.
At the end, you know what I really missed? I don't know if you'll remember, but do you remember you could get your face put in images? So like I once got my face put in Dorothy and Matty was put in Tin Man. Did you guys remember that?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't get involved in
No.
that.
I think you're lying. I think you're just totally making it up as you go along.
No. Do you not remember?
Yeah,
I remember the Honey from the Kids Playground, but that was not it.
No, it was in the American Institute of Arts section when you got off, because you had all like the
green screen,
home improvement. You could buy all the home improvement stuff. You remember the Tim Allen TV show? Yeah. Oh, I don't think so, Tim. You could buy all that stuff. So it was like the ABC store when you got off. You could buy loads of stuff to do with their shows on that. There he is, Wilson.
Oh right, okay. Well, I liked it.
And it was in there. It was in there because you had all the dresses and the outfits of the actors.
And you had green screen, and you stood in front of it, and you choose some images that they had. And
you're not making it up.
I know.
Got the picture to prove it.
Yes,
we'll be sharing that next time, boys and girls.
Yes.
Yeah. And unfortunately, yes, it did close, make way for Galaxy's Edge, which we all know should probably be its own theme park at this point.
You haven't experienced it yet, have you?
Me? No. I'm not as big as a Star Wars fan as you are, Chel. So.
Well, take one for the team.
I found it really difficult as a professional to go into that area of the park and video the rides, but I did it for the team. Twice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Once on a Sunday.
Yeah. So you got backlot tour,
So recap those four that we just spoke about.
So
say
we
them
had
out loud.
Mickey's Magical TV Show, backlot tour,
the canoes,
great movie ride,
and the David Crockett
canoes. So me and Andy have been a little bit weird there, whilst Chel and Lewis have actually gone with, But hey ho,
Proper.
it is what it is. I'm going to go next with my proper attraction, and that's the greatest dark ride that's ever existed in any Disney. Well, it's more of an omni mover, isn't it? Really, and that's the original Journey into Imagination. There it is behind me. There's Figment. The guy with the hat is the Dream Finder. You might not know about him because Disney want to think he's dead. He's not. He's there. No. Where are you? There. There. He is. I can see him now. What a attraction! There are so many words I could use to describe this ride. Wonderful, brilliant. There's more than that. I'm just not going to list them off all night. It's just brilliant. This was my childhood. I loved it to pieces. We were first introduced to Figment, who is there, and Dreamfinder, who is there. The turn you got in that vehicle and you entered into that turntable room, and their Dream Machine, which is there.
Yeah.
Then the Dream Machine appeared with Dreamfinder, and he creates Figment in front of you, and he pops out of whatever he's on. Oh, there. He pops out of there, and then Figment starts going mad. He's like, "Oh, let's start collecting everyone's imagination and taking it to the Dreamport." And the Dreamfinder's like, "Look, chill out, Figment. All right, chill out. We'll get there. We'll get there." Figment's
Exactly.
Figment's on something at this point, and the Dreamfinder's just calming him down. But we then go from section to section, just all the different parts of your imagination: art, literature, performing arts, science. And I think, do you remember? I'm just going to keep going, bouncing about, but do you remember in the literacy bit where you had the ghost stories or the horror story book, and every word would be thrown out of the book? Do you remember that at all?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Lewis?
No.
So, like, if you heard a creak, the word creak would come out of the book. Or if you heard boo, the word boo would come out of the book. And I just remember as a kid thinking it was just the best thing ever. It's just amazing. Just everything about it. I loved it. And I wish they never touched it because they ruined it forever. Because they put in pants Figment now.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the one before the one we have now, because that was just plain garbage.
So what was that area called upstairs where they had like the blue screen and you could do
Image
stuff and
Works.
what have you? Yeah, which is now the DVC lounge, isn't it?
Yeah, that bit is, and then you've got the Image Works downstairs that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, that's been broke since the day it opened. But yeah, no, this will always be the most favorite ride I've ever been on. It always will be. It will never. I can't ever see anything beat this. And I know I've still got to go on Rise and Runaway Railway and all that fun stuff.
Guardians.
But, Guardians,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
But
my
for
God.
pure nostalgia. Oh, hello. There's Oreo the cat. Yeah, it will never be beaten. What's everyone else's memories of this ride?
I ain't got any.
You ain't got any because you didn't go it.
I've got to be honest. I can't really remember it that much, and the reason is I went in 87, and then the following time that I went was actually mid 90s, and then 99. And I must admit, I was not. I mean, I enjoyed going, but I wasn't a fan at that point. You know, not as much as I am now. So those attractions back in the day, if they created a really vivid memory, then like the Great Movie Ride, for example, or the Backlot Tour, then I've kind of entrenched it. Unfortunately, we've been, you know, the most during the period of this Figment
Yeah.
journey into imagination, and quite frankly, because as you quite rightly say, Danny, it's garbage. It's just left a really negative, point in our brain, which then means that attraction, no matter what the version is naff. So
and this as well. He's the face, and when I say he, I mean Fig. His favourite festival. His merchandise sales are through the roof. Yeah, they're not outside. There is good, and then there's a Shadesman. Good, and then also you had drift up here with a camera, right? And everyone thought, oh, I'm gonna get a photo now. And he did cute. However, oh, how am I now?
Yeah.
fine.
It's like,
Oh,
so we'll stop doing that. Yeah, so there you had a doing on a crane with a camera, and it would say, sorry about that glitch, everyone. Had internet troubles, which is always good. So I am done talking about Journey into Imagination now. So who wants to go with the next one? Oh, there we go.
Andy.
We'll go at once.
Go, Andy.
Go on, Andy.
Well, apparently it's me. I'm going to go with something my camera assistant provided.
Mike think Killboats. Mike think Killboats. The ones next to David Crockett canoes.
No, I'm going to stick to Magic Kingdom though. So this one originally was known as Delta's Dreamflight. I think it became Dreamflight after a while.
Oh, I love you. What a ride this was.
This was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Oh, Delta Dreamflight.
Back in the day when the rides were just fantastic.
Lovely on the mover.
Yeah. Am I right in thinking it tilted a little bit and takeoff as well?
Yeah.
Went up around. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, because you had, was it Take Flight? It was Take Flight, Delta Dream Flight, and then what? I think it lost its sponsorship with Delta and became, then it became Take Flight. But before that, it was If You Had Wings.
Yeah. Sponsored by Eastern Air at that point.
That was a wonderful theme song. If you had wings, you could do anything. Marvelous. Delta Dreamflight had a good theme song as well.
All these classic rides that are done now.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one. Learn about, what was it? Go through scene from scene, wasn't it? Like the Wright brothers and all that.
All the way up to modern air travel and then onto the future of travel.
Yeah.
And now it's an omni movie where you get to battle Emperor Zurg.
When it works.
When it works, yeah. Geez, yeah.
Do you remember?
Another one I just don't remember it.
I would get it up. I'd get it up, but my computer don't like it when I've got more than one tab on. So
yeah, I think I remember if you had wings.
Yeah, basically, so Buzz Lightyear uses the exact same track layout as it uses the exact same track layout as it. So the big room in Buzz Lightyear where you got the big screen.
Yeah.
So that was in Delta Dreamflight. That was a fella standing on the wings of a plane, and you would watch it. Oh, hello. Oh, here we go. Once you have taken your dream flight, the most fantastic flight of your life.
No, that's a website. I don't know.
A Delta Dream Flight.
Yeah, the cop.
Yeah, I remember all that. Then you had, you had the circus was in town as well. But yeah, the big screen was a fella on. He was standing on like a stuntman on the wing on the front of a plane, and it would do loop the loops and all that, and the music and the song was like, looping the loop and da 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 dum dum dum. Oh, it was amazing.
Do you know? Yeah,
there, Andy.
yeah. I just don't know whether I remember it or not.
No.
I really don't. I think some of these actually may have been in sort of the time frame that I didn't go. There was a bit of a span because, like, you know, I think when I looked at it, it was like opened in 89 and finished in 96 or 97 or something like that. 98.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of feel that I may not have been in that period at all. So I don't know. So I thought I had, but I don't remember any of these at all. So
Chell, do you remember Delta Dream Flight?
No, I do not. But it was a catchy song, whatever you were singing.
Oh, it's amazing. When we next get together to discuss holiday plans again, I've got the music on my phone. I'll play it. It's amazing. Yeah.
You know how to party, don't you, man, Danny?
Oh, absolutely.
Because they don't blame me.
Yes,
Alexa, play obscure Disney park music.
Hey, you know what they say, Lewis? Ain't no party like a parring party.
That's true.
Because a parring party don't stop.
That's true. So, we've had Delta Dream Flight and Journey into Imagination.
Yes.
Who wants to take who do you think's got the better attraction, Chell or Lewis? So should we let Chell go next and then Lewis go last? Go on then, Chell. What have we got?
So yeah, I just think I haven't really seen many attractions come and go. So I haven't really got a lot to pick from. So, are you ready?
You've got enough. Stitch's Great Escape.
No. It is in Magic Kingdom, but it was in Magic Kingdom. It is Snow White.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a great dark ride.
Yeah, like a kid, I used to love the ride. I can't really remember much of it, to be honest, but it's the best I could come up with, if I'm honest.
That's a great ride.
I really haven't seen that many rides close. Not that I'm bothered about.
So Snow White Scary Adventures, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about. We're professionals. Absolutely.
Really, really disturbing.
It just.
Why did it look like that?
It just reminded me. It was one of those kind of, you know, just side by side cars, and it just sort of used to fling you around.
Yeah.
And you just point you in the direction of something, and then all of a sudden you'd be heading towards doors, and they would open just as you were going to get into them.
And then all of a sudden you get back into the unload area, and you go, "Step out to your left, please."
Yeah.
The car has stopped.
When I think
Step out
back
to your
to
left.
it now, it's almost like a haunted ride that you find popped up at like Winter Wonderland or like.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it? When the doors just open and you're just like there and there.
Yeah, I that is exactly what I was thinking. Though I was thinking, I'm sure I've seen a similar ride at Southend Pier. You know.
It was between Snow White and another ride, but I don't know.
Stitch's Great Escape.
No. I don't know if Lewis is going to say the other ride, so I'm not going to say it until I know what Lewis is going to say. And if he says it, he says it, and if he doesn't, I'll let you know.
Oh, you should have done. You should have gone for it if you were going for the.
Lewis has got a list about 85 attractions long.
No, it's fine.
The other one in Epcot.
No, because little me does miss the Snow White ride, so.
Okay.
Little you, not big you. Big you can't stand it. She's scared
No,
of it.
but
Big
I've just
you,
looked
but
up what
little you loves
replaced it, and I still don't really understand why. Why did they take it away?
because
the
Anna
princess
and
there.
Elsa were more popular at the time.
Yeah, it's Fairy Tale Hall now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
that was originally where Anna and Elsa were before they decided to put them in Norway.
So we had a massive gap from like 2002 to 2014, and my mum went in the Mayors. I think we went in the September 2012, and she was saying literally the queues without fast passes were 3-4 hours long just to go and see Anna and Elsa.
They were
People
300
passing out the
minutes.
queue. Yeah.
They were up to 300 minutes when that first, before it became Fast Pass in there.
Yeah.
You know, we definitely hadn't queued in there.
Excuse
Definitely.
me.
Yes.
Excuse me. I take it back. I'm watching this Snow White thing on. I do not miss it. This is weird.
It's a bit freaky for you.
What the hell?
Step out to your left, please. Step out to your left.
I think it's because when I was young, I used to think Snow White, Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan. They're my three that, like, in that area. It was like.
I will say, yes, it was a mental ride, but when the Queen turns around and she turns into the Wicked Witch, that is a very, very cool effect.
Yeah.
And it's probably scarred millions upon millions of children the world over as well.
Absolutely. Well, it was when it first opened, it was Snow White's adventure. They had to add the word scary into it because kids were coming off it crying. And then they got rid of it for a meet and greet. What was your other one, Chell? Was it Stitch's Great Escape?
No, I didn't like that ride at all.
What do you
Extraterrestrial.
mean ride?
Whatever it was, I didn't like it when he was like all the smells. Oh, it's not me.
Right. Well, Chelsea's second one was a ride that she thought she liked, but actually doesn't upon looking at it in a YouTube video. So that was good. Lewis?
Yes, indeed. So I want to take you back.
Ooh.
I want to take you to Magic Kingdom.
Go on.
Oh,
I want to take you back to 1971.
Oh.
I
know that's a
in Fantasyland, there's a big lagoon.
Yours.
And there lies 20,000 leagues under the sea.
I remember this.
Yes.
As a 13-year-old going to Walt Disney World for the very first time, I remember going back, which must have been in 1999, and thinking, where the heck is it? It's gone.
Yep.
It's another one that's kind of
at that point.
Sorry?
It was a character meet and greet at that point.
Well, it actually was Ariel's Grotto.
Oh, it had already changed.
Yeah. So it opened in 1971. It closed in 1994, and it was then really turned into Ariel's Grotto, and is now where Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is.
Mm-hmm.
So you would basically be put into groups, and you would go it down into effectively what would look like a submarine, and you would kind of sit around the sides. You go in, and you'd hear the dive, and just have that sensation of all these kind of bubbles kind of popping up, and you thinking, crikey, I'm going down. And apparently, watching videos of it now, it never even left the surface. It was just like going around. But you would kind of go round and see. It was narrated by Captain Nemo, and he would kind of show you around. So things like, I've got things written down because I don't know it. So like Volcania, where you would see all the sea life, and then you would go around a bit more, and you'd see divers, and then with the sea life. Now, I also seem to remember you would have. It finished in like Antarctica or something like that. It was like and then you come back up. But the sensation of this attraction being completely submerged, completely underwater, you would feel like you were going down, and you would feel like you were coming up, and the engineering of it was, this was, Imagineers at their finest, really, from my point of view. In that era, the way they kind of gave you that sensation of actually being in the submarine and seeing things under the sea, and having that,
mermaids.
just looking
well,
at yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then you had the giant squid. Did the giant squid was there as well, wasn't he? Or
don't know.
At least some form of an octopus. I'm sure
Yes.
there was.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, this is one that we didn't used to do every time because the queue was always so long because it was such a low capacity ride.
Yeah.
And the queues were always an hour upwards, which is one of the main reasons why they got rid of it, because maintenance and ride capacity for starters. But I remember when we did ride it, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. There's a reason why they've still got the submarines out in Disneyland with Nemo.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it is a cool concept. It's just it's a concept that would no longer work at Disney World the way Disney World is.
Yeah.
But absolutely. Yeah, 20,000 leagues, man. I didn't even think 20,000 leagues.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I just kind of, I remember as a child, and it's been etched in the brain as a something that was just phenomenal to me at the time. So, by the way, yeah, you're right. It was there was a Disney-fied two-armed sea serpent, accompanied by mermaids. That's kind of what you saw. Yeah. So I don't think you saw a giant squid.
No, the squid was the movie, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Indeed. So, yeah, it's that's one of my favourites. I wish it was still around, really, but yeah.
You have to go to California.
Yeah.
You have to go to California to some content from California if you want.
Yeah,
but I'll let you go.
So Submarine Voyage in California is still there. That's right. Yeah.
Wicked. That was a good one.
Honorary
mentions.
Yes.
Well, that was my honorary mention.
Yeah. I mean, but we really haven't touched on one that I think it should absolutely have to be said.
Yeah.
And that's Horizons.
Oh, yeah.
There's too many.
I thought Andy was going to go there.
That's where I thought as well. That's why I didn't touch Horizons.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was going to, but then I thought, no, Dreamflight.
Right. Okay. Well,
my glamorous assistant sent me some ideas, and the last one she sent was Dreamflight. She's now laughing her head off.
Well, I think a massive honourable mention to Horizons needs to happen, because
Carousel of Progress 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't remember a lot about my Epcot journey in 1987, but I remember Horizons quite well. Yes, and those three buttons that you had to press at the end. So definitely
space, sea, and desert, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go. Desert was the other one that we couldn't work out, but yes.
Yeah,
absolutely there's a lot of that now is at the end of Space Mountain. All the suitcases, on the walkway out, all those suitcases that are there, they've all got the places that you could visit in Horizons on.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all there. World of Motion was another one at Epcot as well. History of Cars. Go on, Chell.
My other one that I thought Lewis was going to say was Ellen's
Energy Adventure.
It's on my
Yeah.
list.
That's where I thought you were going to go. That's why I said earlier, we'll talk about that one later because it closed
Yeah.
the exact same day as the Great Movie Ride.
It did. Yes.
Yeah.
People had to choose.
Yeah, agreed.
I thought I'd leave it open to somebody else, but Ellen's a 45-minute extravaganza.
Snooze fest.
Again, just I just remember that being such a phenomenal piece of engineering.
Yeah.
It did start off very slowly, being in that theatre, that massive theatre.
I mean, it's one of the best pre-shows as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I out of all of the original Epcot, I don't remember the original Universe of Energy.
Really?
I do not. Horizons, yes. World of Motion, yes. Living Seas, yes.
Yeah.
Journey into Imagination, yes. I do not remember the original Universe of Energy.
No.
Apart from the dinosaurs and the blocks that were in the pre-show, I don't remember anything else. Everything else is a blur.
Yep. So
I will say as well, honourable more if we're going to go to Epcot, the 1994 version of Spaceship Earth, narrated by Jeremy Irons, that is
cool.
up there for me as it's the best Spaceship Earth.
I've got 2 more Epcots as well. So Maelstrom, want to give a big shout out to Maelstrom.
This way, nor shall you be the last.
Love that. Definitely up there. And I do actually really miss this. And that's Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Oh wow!
I really miss that. I like that. I like that a lot. And so yeah, they're my 2 honourable mentions. Chelsea, why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing, Joe?
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
For ages, I didn't see Andy moving.
Oh,
He was just staring.
Oh dear.
Oh right, he's gone then. Oh yeah,
He's gone to bed. He's had enough.
His internet has just dropped. He's coming back. Right.
Honestly.
Honourable mention to Andy's internet.
Jeez.
No. Spectromagic.
BT's getting a phone call in the
Street
morning.
Electrical. You know, there's a.
I really wanted to touch on Mickey and Minnie's houses.
Mickey and Minnie's houses.
It's not a ride, but
No.
I love that.
Cinderella Surprise Celebration, the old stage show, where they all got the presents on the stage. That was good. Journey into the Jungle Book at Animal. No, that was garbage. That show.
It was. So they were Tarzan Rocks.
Tarzan Rocks was all right, wasn't it? No, all right, forget it. The place is cursed.
I like the fact you had the live band.
Yeah. How about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in MGM Studios? They were good.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
My honourable mention's got to be the Living Seas, though. Back when it was Sea-Base Alpha and you had the list that went down, they were brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could go on and on and on. The Miss Toad's Wild Ride. You know,
Left or right?
Left.
Yeah.
Either way, we're going to hell at the end of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
The weasels.
That's it. But yeah, no, it's the list could go on and on and on and on. I mean, there's been so many wonderful attractions at Walt Disney World.
But what I did notice was that Epcot seems to have a really bad rap in the fact that it seems to have lost a lot of really good attractions.
Because everything's been ripped out of it. Because you know, I said I won't keep going on about this, but I definitely will. Because Epcot's not Epcot anymore. It's not Epcot Center anymore. Epcot's now Epcot, where anything goes, and generic is the way forward. You know, I still don't think the Moana stuff will fit into Epcot, but it looks good.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing what's actually going to come from it.
Yeah.
You know, I still don't think it fits there, but under new Epcot law, it probably does.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know,
But
Probably
yeah,
up-
I think like some of the attractions in Epcot, they are sorely missed.
yeah. I mean,
So,
even the Circle Vision, Oh Canada, had Mark Short in it.
yeah,
That was hilariously good.
yeah,
You know, so many. I mean, and you could even move on to Universal as well. We're not going to because, again, we'd be.
no,
Danny's not
We'd
paid
be-
his bill.
What would we be? And he's just gone.
this, this is
I
cursed.
think it is. Okay. Let's just
You've
see
got-
we're getting back. Oh, he's
You've
back.
got
This is interesting.
What happened then?
you just
It just kicked me out.
yeah.
So say what you're going to say.
I don't know what I was going to say anymore.
You're going to say Universal, but we won't go into that because there's too
That's
many.
it. Universal.
There is too many.
Keep this in, Andy, because this is comedy. Yeah, no, Universal. You know, again, they've had some absolute classics close as well. We're not going to move on to that because we're going to start wrapping up. I'm definitely wrapping up because nothing's working anymore. But you know, good lord. But yeah, you know, we've got some future attractions coming with you know, we spoke about Tron last time, and we've got Tiana's on its way, and possible expansions at Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom that are in the blue sky phase of its existence. But well, like Walt Disney said, we have to keep moving forward. These places aren't a museum.
Yeah.
Even
It's
if
never
they-
finished.
It's
Yeah.
never finished. Oh, Walt.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, I mean,
Absolutely.
and as you say, I think like having like the centre of Epcot being done, I think that's going to make such a difference.
Yeah.
Moana, Journey of Water, and everything else that kind of revolves around that. That's something I'm really looking forward to having a point where Epcot is kind of back to some sense of normality.
Mhm.
And then hopefully they'll have some capacity to maybe start thinking about getting that refurb at Spaceship Earth done as well, which kind of
Yeah.
really needs happening at some point.
Leave Dame Judy alone.
No,
Yeah.
her script is horrible. It needs changing.
I
Thank
just
the
think
Phoenicians.
No,
Yeah.
I don't care about the Phoenicians. How did you learn to do your ABCs? Well, you can thank the Phoenicians for that. Thank you, Judy.
Oh, I love it.
Who was it before Judy? Was it Jeremy Irons?
Jeremy Irons,
yeah.
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, but you know who will be next time, don't you? It'll be Dwayne Johnson.
Oh God,
No,
no,
He's in
he
everything.
won't.
it
'Cause
will
he doesn't
be
have Tom Hiddleston,
no, it'll be I can't remember his name.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, he does that. He does everything.
He does everything.
He
They'll
does
just
do
say to
everything,
Let's
Disney.
just say to him, Neil, do you want to host the Spaceship Earth? And he'll go, absolutely.
Yeah, or Josh
We got
Gad.
Should be more. Josh Gad, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be Morgan Freeman. Learn your ABCs
Oh,
and the
I don't think I
Phoenicians.
could listen to Morgan Freeman for 20
I'll just be
50
asleep.
I don't think I can.
And before he could escape the sisters.
Like
Oh,
a
dear.
grand and miraculous spaceship. Our planet has sailed through the universe of time. No, I absolutely couldn't listen to him for 22 minutes doing that. He would put me to sleep, not because his voice is boring, because his voice is that good.
It is, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just so gentle
Yeah,
that you.
How is Morgan Freeman not a billionaire doing ASMR tapes?
yeah.
Listen to me quietly as I talk about you going to.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Right.
Indeed.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for one of the most hectic episodes we've ever put together, with internet issues on my end twice. Andy running away for 30 seconds and then coming back for no apparent reason. But again, like I said at the beginning, if you did enjoy this absolute nonsense, and I'm calling it nonsense and I'm meaning it as well, please do give it a thumbs up, give it a like, show us some love, maybe even a subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah, you could. Honestly, I've lost the will to live now. But yes, you could catch us here, obviously, on YouTube, and we are on Facebook and Instagram at WDW UK Newscast. You can also listen to the audio version, although let's be honest, the audio version of this one isn't going to be pretty. You can listen
I
to
don't know.
that
I'm a
on
miracle worker. I can
Yeah.
work miracles.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and Google as well, I think.
It's all of them now, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore. I just turn up every now and again and just talk rubbish. But yeah, that's that's going to do it for another episode of WDW UK Newscast, the pod. Have a great, big, beautiful day, and remember, tomorrow is just a dream away. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.